Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Thursday, June the 18th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading, connecting the dots. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while you are trading. And I know it's Thursday, and usually I don't make videos on Thursdays because I volunteer at a food bank and I have to get out of here early. But they're paving the parking lot where we give out the food this week and next week. So you get to hear from me today. Connecting the dots. Um, you guys know, if you've been around me for years or decades, that I've got a couple indicators that put dots on the chart. And um, there's this trader out there, Tori Trades, and she talks about trend lines. And that's all she uses. And, she drives a Ferrari now. Um, all the money she's made just trading simple trend lines. So it's for me, this is going like back to the beginning before the internet, when I had the value line charts and a ruler and a pencil, and I would draw support, resistance, and trend lines. So I was looking at what she was doing, and I was thinking, let me let me just go back old school. And so what I did was, on indicator 2, I added um, these trend lines by connecting the dots. And it's really simple. And the thing is, since I've done this past week or so, it keeps me in the trade longer. I'm making more pips um, just by following simple rules. So, for example, you can see both these trend lines are pointing up, and price is above this trend line. And all I'm doing is, on bar 1 and bar 2, or candle 1, candle 2, is connecting the trend lines. And so you can see here, um, the trend line would have been between here and here, and then price closed above it. So that was a long trigger. And so you see price went up, and you can see where it hit here. If you were looking, across the chart, you'd say, you know what, this might be a good place to take my profit off the table, because price doesn't only go one direction. And now here you had a close below both these trend lines. So if anything, this would have been a short. But for me, you don't want to short against the M30 candle color. It's usually not a good idea. So, every person has their own rules. And so, following that rule strictly, you would have gotten in here, and then as soon as it broke here, you'd have come out. Now, the other thing is, she will move her stop loss up to break even, or maybe a little higher to lock in some profit. And I'm trading on the M1 timeline. And I think she goes down to, she starts drawing trend lines on the monthly, down to the weekly, down to the daily. And I'm not sure if she goes down to H1. I think she might, but I don't think she trades FOREX. So I think she's a stock trader. But the rules still apply. So if you swap over, say, to the M30 chart, and you can see I've got the wick zone there. Once again, you broke above this trend line, and you can see here what's happened since then. Maybe if you take a look at M5, and you find whichever one you're most comfortable with. And so see here, if you would have jumped in at M5, you'd still be in that trade. And you can just sit and watch. And the other thing, price is in the launch pad between 40 and 50 there. And just for references, this is the GRO indicator 2. And then I updated the trend line alert indicator, that this one, I take it and I just manually move the line to adjust it. So where this would have been right there, and there was a break of that trend line. And you can see here, this one needs to be adjusted. Probably. Now the way she would draw it is you don't have any breaks in the trend line, and then what she would do is you'd have a new one and she would draw an additional, but I just like to have, and so it would look like that. And so if price drops below that, you'd be out if it closes below that trend line. But you can see that's really close. But that's how you do it. And that's going to be part of the donationals to 2026. And the only thing that I changed was I just put buttons on it. And all these buttons follow, they'll go along here. You can move the indicators. If you take an indicator out and you put one back in, it'll reposition. And if you hit F3, they're all loaded up in memory, so it remembers the states of the indicators, most of them. And then you have the sweet spots. Put your horizontal lines here every 5 pips. They're spaced. And you know what's kind of interesting is this is a real nice way to learn how to sit on your hands. Because if you move from M1 to M5, I mean, it takes 5 minutes for an M5 candle to close. And, you know, there can be a lot of price action in 5 minutes. You know, here you've got a candle that's over 5 pips, almost 10. Here's one that's over 10 pips. And so right here, it almost hit 45 and now it's back down. So it's already moved down, you know, over 3 pips. And sometimes when you're just looking to make, you know, maybe a handful of pips and you're at 4, you don't want to give back 2 or 3. And but if you learn to wait, sometimes it really pays off. Sometimes it doesn't. But that's just trading. And as you can see, price is now dropping, waffling. And it's tough sometimes to see that, you know, turn against you, where it's like you were almost at 4, it was at 44.9, now it's at 42. It's like, yeah, I want my pips back. But the thing is, in your mind, they were your pips, but you didn't take them, so they really are not your pips. So the question is, you know, where do you draw, or where do you move your stop loss to? And so you can see here, prices hasn't closed below that line. So we can wait another 5 minutes just watching and waiting. And if you look at price, made a higher high and a higher low. And what does that mean? It means price is going up. But right now, our eyes are showing us prices coming back down. So chances are you'd only be up a half a pip. And there he goes. It broke that line. And you can see here we had, this is the second M1 candle that's heading to the south. So technically you would have been out of that trade, but you can see here, lower high, lower high. It looks like about an equal high, lower high. It's like price is saying, you know what, we're kind of out of gas here. And so now you've got a new lower low. So if you were to put in that trend line, and I like to do things slightly different sometimes, like the way I like to plot my fibs. Now, most people would have a green line to show the higher lows. I prefer to have a red line or magenta because if it crosses this line, I want to go short. And and on this case, if it crosses this line here, I want to go long. So if this line is red, it makes me think short, and if this line is green, it makes me think buy. And it's like, no, you want to do the opposite. So that's why I like to have my lines different colors. And so that's just the old school way of plotting trend lines here. So once again, let's see, I'm probably going to put the trend line about here, maybe. So you see it almost hit 45 and pulled back. I mean, a 4 or 5 pip trade off the 1 minute chart didn't break that level. I would have happily taken those 3 to 4 pips. But that's just me. So you can see here, like price, poked through, was bouncing off. So we've only got a couple minutes left. Fastest 15 minutes in trading sure goes by quick. Oh, and this daily bias indicator is a real interesting indicator, and I like it. And turn off the sweep, turn off the trend. And what it does is it shows the highs and lows for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And see right here, it broke 5 lows. Price came down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It broke all those daily lows. And so it gives you a count, tells you the last break price, tells you where your protection line is. In other words, where you'd want to get out if it's starting to go. Tells you which way to look to sell or look to buy. I think it's kind of interesting, and that will be in the 2026 donationals. I've already sent out batch 1, so batch 2 should probably be going out soon. And with that, fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over. So remember, traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.